Okay, guys, I made it back late last night, we'll say, from Nova Scotia. Uh, Things change and life changes, and my plans to go to PEI were canceled, but that's fine. I understand. Uh, Things do happen. Um, uh, but let's move on from that. I got back to Ontario late last night, and I want to tell you that the bike is the MVP of this trip for sure, not me at all. She held all my gear and me, and she rode without a hiccup, and I truly enjoy it. Um, I wanted to walk you through um, some of the stuff that I like and I don't like, and and then we'll take you a tour through the bike first, and then we'll talk about the other stuff. Okay? All right. So first of all, the sleep system, the tent, and the sleeping bag, like I said, strapped to the back, was a beautiful backrest. I could relax and kind of sit like a lazy boy on the bike, and with the upright uh, um, uh, handlebars, it was great. Um, yeah, and I run a half-face helmet with a sun visor, in it. And what I do is, if it's colder or raining, I use a Bluff. This is just one of them here that I used. I have really a really good one if it was really cold and really rainy, and that's this one here. And it's got the nose piece on it. It's great. It's waterproof as well. So I never had to use it once, but I was glad I bought it and have it. So um, that is it. Like I said, I literally got in last night, so I'm gonna pull everything out of my boxes, everything that I carried, and then you can see as the adventure. So I did manage to get some red dirt, even though it was in Nova Scotia. I got some red dirt and did a little bit of biking with my friend. So the shoes, uh, never had to use the fuel bottle, but I had it. Um, Never had to use the power booster pack, but I had it. Um, the tools I got, I already told you, so it's just a variety of stuff that I bring with me as a precaution. Um, Gatorade, obviously. You want to stay hydrated. Sorry, just lots of spare glasses. Spare glasses, and you know, the Jetboil was an awesome deal. Porridges and coffee and milk and all that good stuff. It's there. I also had on my trip all the written GPS. So if my phone failed, I had their GPS or it both down on hard copy as well. And that's something everybody should do. And don't rely on technology. But I did, and it worked there and back. So I was awesome. It was awesome with that. So kitchen, spoons, whatever, glass cleaner, spare glasses because I learned that from a friend of mine, is awesome. You see my helmet and bluffs carried. I did bring rain gear, and it was the rain gear I had was one from Canadian Tire, and it was Wet Skins. Now, it was waterproof, and it also kept me warm because I wear a mesh Olympian jacket, and this kept me warm because on the way out it got cold, and so this kept me an extra layer. And so it's always good to plan for, you know, emergencies like keeping warm for sure, because when you're on a bike, there's no getting warm on. You're outside and exposed. You can crank your windshield up, you can put your hand grips on, but you're still not getting your core warm unless you have a heated seat. I didn't bring my heated seat cover. All right. Everything's a little stuffed in here. My sleep system, that was an interesting story. My friend has a English Bull Mastiff, and he got really cold. I think it was my first night there. It got really cold, like +5, +6 at night. I'm like, So I threw my air mattress down in the dining room, and he's got a 170-pound English Bull Mastiff, and he wanted to share the bed with me. And so what happened was his nails popped the bed. So needless to say, I had to buy a new air mattress. And that is what it is, right? I invited him on. He liked to wrestle and arm wrestle stuff. So he popped the bed. I bought a new bed. That's the short end of the story. Rest of the pants are in here. Rest of my clothes are in there. Now, something I really want to, I took this tidbit from my friend. I have a Tim Hortons coffee mug right here, and there's still coffee in it. But there's a coffee mug or a bottle holder up here on my dash, and that serves as my coffee holder. And now with the open face mask, I can drink coffee as I go. So yeah, I could go through drive-through, but I'm not. I will go in, get my coffee, and just leave, because then I could be down the road sipping my coffee as I go, riding. So I bought it from Canadian Tire, or a Canadian Tire store, or you could probably get it from a bicycle store. I run the 5 gloves. Why I run the 5 gloves is because it's got the crash protector on the wrist right here, so if you go down, hits your wrists. And I did have a spare gloves as well. Now this, I've showed you many times, but it's universal. It goes on my motorcycle. It held my phone, which is I'm filming from now. So around the bar, clamps and clamps again. That's what held my phone in place the whole trip. Was nothing else, was that right there. So I could moved it up there on the bar where the navigation bar is, but I didn't. But this is where I put it. I tied my tank bag off just in case, because when I fueled, I slid the tank bag over, and it's magnetic, and then I would fill, and then I would slide it back. did fall off, I had precautions so it would stay in place on just the little strap on the front. What I don't like is the 12-volt adapter power clip. It's got the cigarette port one, and I tried numerous times. This is the only one that would work, but the percentage of power that put out sucked. Because I would run the GPS maps on my phone, it would be always on. Because I don't like getting lost. It worked the whole time. And I think the power cord worked sometimes and it didn't work sometimes. So maybe as a further inspection, it looks like it was coming apart. But I didn't know that because I was focused on getting there and coming back. So maybe we'll try that again. But yeah, it's always good to have a power cord and a backup power supply. This solar power pack was good, but it wasn't reliable. In here, I run just a set of Amazon earphones. They are completely wireless, and they hook around your ears and they go on your helmet. They hook around your ears so they don't fall off. And I like these ones to go with that helmet because of two things. You can get the bomb without them falling out. That's the reason why I did that. I think that's about it. I replaced my Gerber because it ended up in the bottom of Beaver Lake and Tamworth when I went swimming 2 weeks ago now. So for the whole trip, I was kind of a Nazi fueler when it came to fueling the bike because you have to be precautious. You don't want to run your bike till it's empty, and I never do that. But on average, I'd fuel every 250, 290 around there for fuel, and that gave me a time to get off the bike and stretch my legs so everybody else can pound out the miles. But that's what I did. And for the whole trip and the whole duration was 3,489 kilometers, 0.6, we'll see. Heated grips worked awesome, by the way, sorry. So that was the whole trip there and back, and that's what all my running around I did up there, just not much. But yeah, as you see the bike, it did get a little washing because when I went through, when I got on the 401 finally from the 20, coming out of Montreal, it started raining through the 401 and the Gananoque, through Gananoque, and it started pouring rain. So obviously it would look this bad, but up close it's pretty dirty. So I'm sorry that it's a bit long one, but I really wanted to do this for you guys so that you could see that this worked. I replenished my cooler daily, and I was also hosted by people that I stopped at, so they would give me supper or they would let me use their shower, pitch my tent in their yard so I could sleep. that really worked. I didn't have to worry about camping anywhere or paying for camping. Um, that's number one for me. That's the way I planned it, so I didn't have to worry about all that other stress of it. So if you plan a trip to do something like that, I would definitely, it's definitely beneficial to do that. Um, does it work for everybody? No, but it worked for me, and it was totally awesome. It was totally worth it. I got to see some stuff and do some stuff that I didn't do before, and I can guarantee you there'll be another trip back out there probably next year, and I'm hopefully I can get to PEI side because I really wanted to do that too. But I did get to the ocean there, and I'll tell you what, it got warm during the day and then cooled at night, and they don't get the humidity like we do in Ontario. Because today it's like 10 o'clock and I'm sweating. The humidity has gone up like crazy. I passed probably on going east, going out east, I passed probably 100 bikes, and what I found, nobody likes to wave. They all just stare at you. Here I am waving at everybody and giving the two finger, riding salute, and nobody waved. Everybody just sat there and stared at you like you're some crazy person. I found that very, we're on two wheels, we're enjoying ourselves. After a while, you kind of get used to it and you keep riding because you're doing your own thing. And that's about all I have to say about that. But this bike, man, you ever get one? A 1200 Super Tenere Yamaha. Man, she was awesome. All the rolling hills, they're not really mountains there. But with all my gear on, I'm sure it was heavy. She never hiccuped. She ran so awesome. I can't say enough about this bike. I'm so happy I bought it. I'm glad I don't have something smaller, because I would have been disappointed putting all this stuff on it. So guys, there it is. I met some special people out there too. A shout out to Terry. He's probably gonna watch this. Awesome guy. He wanted me, he met me at the Burger Hill, the new jump park there. That is so awesome. I wish I had my bike out there so I could ride that. But Terry, thank you very much for meeting me. You're a great person. You have an awesome Scott. He is one of the new Scott Sparks with the integrated fork, integrated shock inside the frame. Man, that's an awesome bike. And it looks like you're gonna have an awesome time out there with it. I'm super jealous you get that bike. So enjoy, and I have pleasure meeting people like you and anybody else that I talked to. All my hosts were awesome, super awesome. My friend Sean and his wife, Kate, and their 3 kids were all awesome. We had some soccer games, we had some swings. Their dog, he was a pleasure. We had a wrestling match every day, about 8 times a day. He was just a big orifice, big boy. Had a great time. Storm's over here on the side. She was pretty excited for me to come back home last night. She couldn't stop smiling. Dogs do smile. But otherwise, guys, I've rambled on long enough. I'm going to end it with that. And I appreciate everybody that comes along for the trip. So I'm sure I missed out some stuff. Probably in between I could have filmed some more, but you know, it's a vacation. I really wanted to enjoy myself. I got to see a lot of stuff. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I can't thank this bike for taking me there and back. So, guys, have a great day. Enjoy the weather. Get out and ride, whatever you're gonna ride. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thanks again. Appreciate everybody that comes along.